If you're holding anything physically, you can just keep everything aside. And now let us take 3 deep breaths in. And as we breathe, take in a lot of peace, serenity. And as you breathe out, just let go whatever tension that you're holding within you. A deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, a third one. Deep breath in and out. And now you feel yourself and this body becoming calm and light. Now, just for a few moments, imagine you are sitting comfortably at your favorite place. It could be any place, maybe somewhere that you have been before, or where you are currently at right now, or it could be an imaginary place. Picture this place right now. Where you feel very happy and calm. Now visualize this place. Look at the surroundings, what it looks like. Is there any sound in your place? And how do you physically feel being there? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel at ease? Do you feel relaxed? And you feel very safe. And while feeling this, let me remind myself I am at peace with myself. I truly appreciate who I am. And I value myself. I deserve to relax. I deserve to be happy. My future is very bright and positive. I enjoy my present very much. I feel good about who I am today, what I have become today. I accept my weaknesses and my strengths. I enjoy being who I am. And I care for myself. I am perfectly all right just the way I am. And I feel very safe. This is my safe and a private place that I've created in my mind. At each time when I want to relax, when I need a timeout, I can always come back here and take an internal vacation. This is my safe place. I can always come back here anytime, whenever I want. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Okay, welcome back. Did you enjoy your vacation? You can unmute and share.
Yes, I did. This is Shaila.
Shalaben.
Om Shanti.
It was very soothing.
You all have your own private place. It could be imaginary. Sorry?
I enjoyed that very much myself.
It's an internal vacation, I think. No? We all need. With this lockdown, I don't think much of us can travel externally. But we all can travel internally wherever we want. And
But you all need a vacation.
absolutely. And so this is a home-based vacation internally. Yeah, this is a personal spot for you. You can always go back to it whenever you want. And don't worry, nobody's going to come and sabotage your place. Nobody's going to come and take over your place. It's completely yours. So today's the last syllabus for this month, for January. And today's it's also, I would say it's a wrap up, I can say, from what we have shared together in this whole month. So if you remember, we have shared about cooking. We've shared about the energy induced in cooking. And then we shared about how to reshape our consciousness, sanskaras, that we looked. And today I'm going to introduce you a few steps on how to introduce spirituality in our daily life. And these are steps that personally I follow. In fact, many of us here, we follow these steps. We do see a lot of benefits in our life. And so I encourage you to try and practice. And I guarantee you, I definitely guarantee you, you would see differences. I'm going to pull up that slide. Okay. Lifestyle changes. Don't worry, you're not going to change too much. You're going to take baby steps. So there's just a few lifestyle changes. And the first is about emotional fitness. So when you wake up in the morning, when your eyes opens, internally you can wish, gratitude to God for your own healthy mind and body, for your family, for nature, for the resources that we are receiving, food, shelter, everything. And then for this world, it's like, physically we need fitness, which Jai Shrivan is already teaching, physical fitness. And now this is emotional fitness, learning gratitude. This is first step that you can incorporate in your life. And the second is manifesting my life with my thoughts. You can choose particular affirmations to repeat in the morning and throughout the day. And we've done these affirmations before. You don't have to write, you've done your writing. But this is more of a reminder, self-reminder. And sometimes if you feel you would forget, you can write. Put it by your fridge, put it by your dresser, bathroom, anywhere that you feel it would be a good reminder for you. Because it's very easy to be carried out or carried away with emotions and things that happen day to day. And then we just forget about what we want to work or what we want to feel. So you can have one affirmation and just be consistent about it. One affirmation throughout the day. Third, mental discipline. Definitely do not read newspapers, listen to radio news, answering work-related emails and messages in the morning and the last 1 hour before going to bed. Because these informations that we are absorbing, they are a mix of information. It's not always good ones. There's drama, there's fear, there's anger, there's disappointments, there's, all sort of mixed information, which at least we don't want to add into our system early in the morning. If you want to read newspaper, it's okay, but try to do maybe after 11 or 12, but not in the day. And let's have that discipline and see for yourself how that works. Start and end your day with spiritual knowledge. Any spiritual knowledge, you want to listen to a spiritual class or you want to read a spiritual book, let that be your first inspiration. Let that be your founding thought, basically the foundation for your day. And, we think that our day begins in the morning, but actually our day begins in the night. The thought I set in the night becomes the first surfacing thought the next morning. Mental discipline. Next, reshaping my impressions, which is my sanskaras. Minimize social media in the day. Be mindful of what you read and respond to. I'm not saying that you don't see any social media, but be very selective. Be very selective of what you are reading, because you may feel you just read and you forgot about it. But actually, whatever these eyes see, these ears listen, everything is getting downloaded in the background without me even knowing. So the more I expose myself to these, certain information such as unnecessary, it's just, junk. And you all know eating junk food is not healthy for the body. So these are all junk materials. So be very selective of what you read. So if I absorb fear or rejection or anger through these information, then that becomes my sanskaras. If I absorb love, peace, and joy, then that becomes my sanskaras. So that is why I'm saying, be your own parent and be your own guardian. And be very selective of what you're exposing yourself to. And then next, generating high energy frequency. This is all about food. Cook food in God's remembrance. You can even say your prayers. So your food becomes prasad for your family. Sattvic food is utmost necessary, especially for this present time. One is in terms of cleanliness, two, in terms of the type of energy that we want to consume. We want to consume pure energy. We don't want to consume negative energy. And I'm not saying that's just from cooking alone. But when we eat animal-based meals, the energy of that animal, what it has gone through, all of that gets seeped into our system. So we want a more alkaline-based food, which is vegetables. And then before eating, again, you say your prayers or you remember God, say thank you. And if at all, if you're eating together as a family and you would like to discuss, then have happy conversations. Let's not talk about job. Let's not talk about politics. Let's not talk about issues. It's just about something healthy, something fun, lively, happy. You can laugh. Happy conversations, because that energy is also getting seeped into the food that you're having. So not just cooking your food in remembrance, but also consuming your food in the right atmosphere. And definitely no phone and no TV. Definitely no phone and no TV when you're eating. How long will we take to eat? Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. At least for that time frame, we can refrain from watching or talking in the phone, because we don't want to contradict energy that we would like to impulse in our body and into us. And then reminding of my worth. So before you end your day, again, remember God, say your prayers. And this is a very powerful tool for those of you who have done this. This was the homework that you did last week, is about writing what you are grateful for today, each day. Then what happened is, when I start realizing what is it that I can be happy about, and it could be something so small. Let's say somebody smiled at you, somebody said good morning to you. It's something small on their end, but it means so much to you. And it makes you feel happy, makes you feel valued, important, worthy. And these are so beautiful things. And the more you recognize what you can be grateful for in others, in your own situations in life, then what happens is you are sort of changing your eyesight. When I say changing your eyesight means you're learning to see what's good in others. And that's a very beautiful thing, because maybe up until now, we've only learned to see good in people that we love or that we're comfortable with. Sometimes it becomes difficult to see what is good in someone who we are not comfortable with, or we have some bitter conflicts. But even then, those conflicts, those challenges that has come into your life, definitely it is there to make you stronger. It is there to make you to learn something. And so it is there for a reason. I'm not saying it is right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying it's probably necessary for us to grow. And so if I'm able to see in that mindset, then I could open myself up to possible lessons. What is it that I need to realize? If not, I would completely block that person out, and I would feel, I would say, bitter feeling towards that soul or towards that situation. And there's a beautiful thing. We may think that we need to forgive others for their sake, but actually, that equation is entirely wrong. We are not forgetting, we are not forgiving others because they deserve it, but I'm forgiving them because I deserve a lot of peace. Even if I could have physically isolated myself from others, from them, I think. Even if I may have physically isolated myself from that particular soul, and I feel like I need to keep them at a distance from my life, but still, in your mind, you're still connected to that soul. You're still being surrounded by that soul. You're still being bound to that soul. And so, even internally in your mind, if you wish to free yourself from that soul, then you need to let that soul go, and you need to be able to make peace. Okay, this is what it is. This happened. I accept. What is it I need to learn? And let me move on. This is the only way you can free yourself from that soul. Physical distance does not matter when internally you're still bound, you're still trapped, attached to that soul. And it's not going to help you free. It's not going to help you be at peace. So that is why the equation now has changed. I forgive others not because they deserve it, but because I deserve a lot of peace. I deserve freedom. So I let them go. So these are 6 steps, lifestyle steps, that I would like to invite you to practice every day and see for yourself the changes that you would definitely experience. It could be a gradual changes. I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight makeshift, overnight progress, but I'm definitely going to guarantee you the intensity of your weaknesses or the intensity of the struggles that you are having with other souls or just within you, that intensity is going to reduce so much. It's going to reduce so much because the soul is gaining immunity. the soul is gaining power. Right? Any questions? Does that
Sister
sound?
Sister
Yes.
Vino. Hi, this is Mayori. Hey, you were talking about manifesting life with thoughts, your second slide.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit more? And can I look at the slide again if
Okay.
possible?
Yeah, just a moment. This is the one, right?
Yeah. Can you elaborate
Yeah.
a little bit on this?
Manifesting life with my thoughts. So, so there is this, if I'm going to talk to you on a technical terms, if I'm going to give you an example of a science theory, I think all of you probably must have heard, or maybe some of you even know, it's called the law of attraction. Does anyone know about that theory?
Yes.
The law of attraction,
Yes.
especially
Yes.
the 17
Yes.
seconds,
Yeah.
right? I forgot the scientist's name. Can someone remind me?
Oh, yeah. We
It's,
just did a meditation. 2
okay.
days ago, we did the meditation on law of attraction. But I
Okay.
forgot the science name.
Perfect. So it's called the 17 seconds law of attraction theory. And what it mainly talks about is that, see, throughout the whole day, we all create a lot of thoughts. And, we create between 50,000 to someone who's very stressed out can even create up to 100,000 thoughts per day. And usually I would say the regular ones, it's between 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And definitely people who are yogis, they do create very, very less thoughts actually. And that less can be as less as 30, 40, sometimes even 20,000. So what mainly this law talks about is that it's not what you think that actually manifests, because if it does, then we think so much and everything should have happened. But it is the thought that has the greatest percentage of feelings within you. That thought manifests much quickly than the rest. So the thought that you have a lot of feelings towards it, a thought that deeply, deeply inspires you, that is the thought that, as and when you start thinking about it more and more and more, what happens is it's going to manifest very quickly in your reality. 17 seconds means a thought with a deliberate feeling, which intense feeling that lasts for 17 seconds. The 18th second, it is being invested to, they say, the universe, that's as per the law, that is being manifested to the universe, and the universe will make it happen for you. So basically, we know internally that it's all about energy. It's all about welcoming a reality that we wish to see. And when we are creating that thought, when I say the thought having very deep feeling, the feeling is no longer about I'm going to see this in my future, but the feeling that I'm already there and this is already it. This is already happened. It's already there in my life. And I'm already feeling and living and thinking based on the fact that it has already happened. And the more and more I keep having that feeling throughout the day, I keep thinking that way throughout the day, and acting and speaking with that feeling that this has already happened, then what happens? You are adding accumulation of this atomic power, right? Thoughts are atomic energy of the mind. Accumulation of this atomic energy, when it is it is been created, eventually this energy becomes your reality. Do you get Mayuri Ben? Are you there?
I think very nicely explained.
So it is thought that has very, very deep feelings connected. Those are the thoughts that manifest much quickly. Not thoughts that are like passing clouds. You think, and you know, all these waste thoughts about this and that. What if this? What if that? Why is it? Not these thoughts. These are like passing clouds. They do not have intense emotions. They do not have high atomic energy attached to it. But those thoughts that are very deep. Now, if those thoughts are negative, that also will manifest. Not just positive, but sometimes fear-based thinking. Fear is such an intense feeling. And with that, you know, fear assumptions, that also can manifest. Any thought with deep feelings manifest. So we just want to make sure we want to welcome the accurate reality for us in our lives and not just be sorry about it later and say, oh, I wish I'd not asked for this. Right?
This is Rashmi, and I just want to know what was the first point. For some reason,
Okay.
Thank you.
First point is this. Is
The first point was the other one.
Yeah,
This was the third one.
sorry.
This is the third one.
no,
Yeah.
Here.
No, it was changing your life. That was the first.
Right.
Yeah.
Emotional
lifestyle changes.
fitness.
Fitness.
Gratitude. So when your eyes opens, just internally, you know, you can say thank you to God. Thank you for having a healthy mind and a healthy body. Thank you for having a beautiful family. Thank you to nature for providing all the resources I need. And thank you to this world. So we can create this thought every day in the morning. So at least I will wake up with a smile rather than with a grudge.
Very true. And then do the Brahma Kriya with the smiling face.
Sure.
Ben, when you say manifest, does it mean that it becomes a reality of life?
Yes, it is. It
Oh.
is. What
So
You have to
what
think.
you think here?
You have to think positive.
Yeah, we have to change that.
Actually, rather than we want to, let us remove the word we have to. Let us put we want to. That
Oh, yeah.
feels more.
Yes.
That feels more as if we are in power, rather
Mm.
than I have to do it. I don't think any one of us like the feeling of I have to. It's more of I want to. It's a personal responsibility. I want to. So that's
That's
want
true.
to is a much more powerful word than have to.
You're right.
Or a
Thank
state of
you.
being. We want to be in that state. So that is the goal, to
Yes.
be in that place. So the path is wanting and wishing and all of that stuff, but you do the work and then you want to be in that place. I think that'll emanate better reactions and responses to everything in life.
Yes. Any other
And
questions?
the book written the book was written first time was by Helena.
Yes, Helena
Right, Helena.
and her husband. Yes. Yes.
And they say vibration makes a reality. So if you have the good vibration, you have the vibration the way you want, that's going to be the reality. That's what they say. But
That's
it's not yeah, it's been proved by all these people who are supporters, but then there are some opponents also. So yeah, we just have to experiment ourselves.
Yeah. So self-experimental piece.
Yeah.
So there's a question here. How to get rid of guilt Now, there's a second question. Even if we have forgiven that person and let go, still thoughts keep coming back. What do we do? So, one is guilt, and the second one is being haunted by these, maybe the situation or that particular soul. So, first, let's go into this feeling of guilt. So, if there is a possibility, if the other soul is still alive, where I can still reach out to them, then have an open heart conversation with that soul. Maybe if you're not able to speak, then you can write, you can maybe record a voice. But if that soul probably has left body, then that soul is no longer physically present in your life, then bring that soul in your mind, visualize that soul in your mind, look at them straight in the eyes and say whatever that you want to say. And by doing that, you may feel, oh, will that soul get it? Will that soul get the vibration that I'm sending? That soul definitely would. Because the vibration, the thoughts that you're sending, the vibration that you are creating, when it is targeted towards a particular soul, even if that soul has taken birth and that soul is in a new body, that soul would still receive your vibration. But the only difference is that soul won't even know where the vibration is coming from. Because, when we go to a new birth, we don't remember our past birth, do we? We don't remember our past families. We don't remember what we've done in the past. And we move on. But if someone from my past is still thinking ill about me, is still thinking negative about me, then while being in this present new birth, new family, maybe even a new country, I can still experience that feelings, that vibration of negativity that can give me sadness. Have you ever experienced sometimes where you just feel sad, but you just don't know why? Suddenly, you don't know particularly why you're feeling upset or sad or anxious, but you just are. And sometimes you can feel very happy and still you don't know a reason why. Why you're being happy. Because it's probably not something you did or you worked for it, but could be someone is blessing you somewhere and that vibration is reaching you. Or if somebody is giving you batwa, somebody's talking negative about you, you still get the vibration. You just cannot pinpoint and say where it is coming from and why you're feeling this way. Because chances are that these karmic accounts were not created in the present birth. It was something that's coming from your past. So if right now, if I'm feeling guilty towards a particular soul who's no longer physically present in my life, then I still have the opportunity to ask for forgiveness or to forgive that soul, even in my mind, visualizing that soul. And wherever that soul is, the soul is definitely receiving your energy. And that soul will feel at ease through your vibration. So this is one way that you can do. Yes, somebody is raising hand, I see.
Me.
Yes, go ahead, Ben.
When we learning all this and learning to control our emotion, so even other person has a wrong vibration, but if we keep giving out good vibration, the result we will see with our eyes will be good, because it's also depends what we thinking. And by doing all this studying, all these theories and all these good learning lessons, if we look positively, if we create good vibration always from our side, we can always think we're getting a proper vibration back, or no?
So one thing is in your hand is what you are investing. That's all you have a control. The returning energy or the returning whatever that's coming from the other soul is something that we can't determine. Example, I'm just giving you an example. Something, a bitter conflict has happened between you and that soul in the past, and you're able to sort of forgive that soul, and you're able to wish the soul well, and you're able to, okay, I wish you a lot of love, I wish you a lot of peace, and you're able to sort of every day you're able to let go and feel at ease for that soul. Now, on the other hand, if let's say that soul is me, let's say I'm the one that you had a conflict with, I could be receiving your energy. Definitely, I would be receiving your energy. But then again, it's a personal decision for me. How would I want to respond to that vibration? Do I want to act? Do I want to reject that vibration? Do I want to accept and also equally feel at ease for you and bless you? Or do I want to be very persistent and be stubborn of, wanting to feel negative about you? I have two ways, two choices that I can make to respond. But if from your end, if your positive vibration is being consistent towards me, then your love will melt my arrogance over time. But the time can be very different for people to people. For some people, if the hurt is very deep, it takes time for them to come out of it. But if the hurt is, quite shallow, it's a small thing, then easily they can come out of it. Every soul will have different capacity to handle situations. But it doesn't matter whether they are able to respond quickly, they're able to overcome it quickly. But always remember that your vibration, if it is consistent, it's going to break any stone heads, any stone intellects. It's going to melt any arrogance. But some would take time and some would take less time. But for sure, that is bound to happen, for sure. So there is another question, I think. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the second question that was asked. If we have forgiven that person and we've let them go, we let them go, still the thoughts keep coming back, what do we do? So the question is, we may feel that we have forgiven, but sometimes it's hard to forget, right? It's sometimes it's hard to forget those incidences that has happened, but forgiving is not a one-time thing. I've forgiven you now; it's done. If my hurt is very deep, if I have felt negative, betrayed, disappointed, upset, anyways, XYZ, negative feelings, if my feelings are very, very deep, then again, it's going to take time for me also to come out of it, right? So each time when that thought comes, when that feeling of hurt comes, each time when it comes, I have to tell to myself internally, I let you go. I let you go. I let you go. Because I'm retraining my mind to let go, to let go, to let go. Because I probably have I've held on to it far too long, that to let go is not a one-time thing anymore. It has to become consistent. I let you go. I let you go. And then eventually you would see that the intensity of that feeling is going to reduce so much. So actually, our ending meditation today is I'm gonna do a meditation on how to just let go. That will be our ending meditation today. Is there any other questions?
There is a nice affirmation also for the power to let go.
Uh-huh.
That, I included in my video on the for the 8 spiritual powers on my YouTube video, but
Okay.
that was also by Sister Shivani also. So
Mm.
yeah, that small meditation itself has few things, few sentences, which will
Yes.
really help power to let go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I remember what those sentences are. I think that the first one is I something about I forgive you. No, I forgive you for what you have done to me in this birth, and then I am sorry for what I've done to you in my past, even though I don't know what I did. But from now on, my thoughts for you are all filled with love and peace. Is it something like that?
Yeah, I'm. If you want me
Okay.
to, I can read, but I don't want to take your place.
Okay.
It's your time.
No problem. I think I'll look into your YouTube. So
It's
if,
in my YouTube video, anyways. If somebody
okay,
wants to go there in
sure.
8 spiritual powers, and I have compiled that video, taking like about many people,
Mhm.
those who have done researches on these powers, and then I've compiled it together in a small and an English version, especially because my interest is for youngsters to learn. So it's in English nicely. So one can always refer to that into
Sure.
that power to which let go. Yeah, it's only 1 or 2 minutes of information there.
Yes.
It's like they
So
say that if there is a child who is playing with a harmful toy, and then how do you want to take that away from that child? So you let go that toy when you replace with the other toy. So when you subtly give them another toy, then they forget that toy. So that's the philosophy behind it, in power to let go. And I've mentioned different benefits and all those things, which will help, and why it's difficult to let go, the reasoning, and then the advantages and the small affirmation. And so that is a really good affirmation. So just wanted to share with you.
so there you go. Somebody asked, please suggest a powerful prayer. So there you go. You've got your answer. So we would like to, if there's no questions, we can end with the meditation, shall we? Or does anyone have any last questions? I think no one. So this, again, for those who have joined us for the first time, please type in your email address in the chat box. We send out the recording of this class, homeworks, syllabus for each month in the emails. It's a chain. It's a chain group of emails. So if you want to be part of this group emailing, type in your email in the chat box, and we will send you the recordings.
I will also type in my email so they can directly approach me.
Okay, sure.
And then I can put them in the group. So
Sure.
let me put down in the chat my email address.
Yes.
So please feel free to take care of that. Right?
Yes. So you can email her. Her name is Jay Shriban. So you can email her.
That
So
way I can
now,
include them in the group. Yeah.
sure. I would need help from somebody. If someone can keep track of the chat box, the emails that are coming, if you can write it down, that'll be helpful. Because I may not be looking at the chat box emails.
Better to write. Just send it to me. I put it down in the
Okay.
chat book.
So
it's
yeah.
better
So
if one person is
DRJ.
accountable for one rather than one for many.
Yeah. So please, send your email request to Dr. J. Vyas at msn.com. That'll be easy.
Correct. Doctor means
Nothing
only
is
D.
lost. DR. Okay. So we're going to move to the meditation. And then what we usually do is, once the meditation ends, I would quietly end the session. We will not be sharing after the meditation is over, so we can take back with us this experience, because when we start talking, then the experience gets diluted. So I will quietly end the session after the meditation. So I'm going to mute all of you right now. And the light is on the screen. So sit back comfortably. And bring your attention to within you. Now think back about a situation or a feeling that you want to let go. And as these feelings or situations come up in your mind, ask yourself, do I really want to let go of these feelings now? What benefit will I see if I let go of these feelings? Will I become more peaceful? Or will I have more tolerance, happiness? What would I see in my life when these feelings are gone? And how would I live when these feelings no longer make me weak? If this is really what I want, then I am ready to let go of these feelings. And let me say to myself, I let you go. I let you go. I let you go. These feelings are gone from within me. And now I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling free. Because my heart is ready for a new beginning. I am ready to start a new chapter for me. A new chapter where I'm no longer carrying this burden inside me. Let me again say to myself, I let you go. I let you go. And let me observe if these feelings return again. And if they do, then again I will tell to them, you no longer have space in my life. I let you go. I let you go. I am free. I am absolutely free. Om Shanti.